Hey y'all, so today I'm talking to you about Success Club, which is a very important thing in this business for a few different reasons. Specifically for me, I think it's because it's a way to directly track the progress of your business and the growth of your business. Yes, you can run a business running free groups and, having people sign up for a free account with you. That's great, but the only way literally to see the numbers and the income in your business aspect grow is to hit Success Club and to get some sales through the system to grow into that residual income that eventually develops. Obviously, sales is not the point of this business, but it is also an important factor of running this business and running it effectively. So when I talk about sales today, I don't want you to have that negative connotation with it. We are not salespeople. We're not doing this to sell people stuff. But at the end of the day, building a team and sales comes in with that, but building a team with coaches and sales, that goes hand in hand with the growth of your business. And so Success Club is just another way to track that. I have a background in sales and a background in business development, so I will tell you tracking these numbers is part of what I do for a living. So it's important to keep that in check. It's important to have a goal every single month to shoot for. And I think one of the biggest things that I see with coaches when they're trying to hit Success Club and they're talking to people, they're having those non-Beachbody messages and conversations, and then they circle back around and invite. The biggest mistake that I see from coaches is, one, they don't set a follow-up date at the end of a conversation. So if they're talking to somebody about a challenge pack, or maybe they're interested in joining, they let you know that they're interested in joining a challenge group, and so you start the initial conversation with them. And then sometimes people just don't respond. We've all been there. It's super frustrating. But what I always remind my coaches is, before I became a Beachbody coach, I sucked at responding to messages too. So I don't hold it against people when they don't respond to me, because it's very likely that they just don't check their Facebook messages as much as us coaches do, because no normal person is on Facebook as much as us. So keep that in mind when you are talking to people. But the biggest mistake is when they don't follow up with them after they had that conversation and maybe the conversation died and they didn't hear back from them. So it's really important to circle back and make sure that you set that expectation with them. So if you're sending them information about a challenge pack, at the end of the conversation, I might always say something like, yeah, take a look at this. Let me know what you think, and I'll check back in with you tomorrow if I don't hear from you with any questions. So that way it's not weird when you talk to them the next day and you say, hey, I mentioned that I was going to check in with you, so here I am, just want to see what your thoughts are. Or if you're talking to them about a coaching opportunity, it's the exact same thing, setting that expectation that you will be following up with them and not just leaving them hanging. If you are not tracking your conversations somehow, you are making a very, very big mistake. You can certainly run your business any way you want to, but there's no possible way to have so many conversations every day and throughout the week and throughout the month and not track your conversations, because that's when I think people get slipped up, is they don't track their conversations consistently and properly in a way that is really easy for them to kind of reference. I do mine on an Excel spreadsheet. I know Keisha has a template in the team files if you need a way to track your conversations. But for me, it's so easy because I just look down that list. I highlight all the people that I've been talking to about either coaching opportunities or a challenge pack. That way I can go back and I know exactly who I'm going to be following up with that day to make sure that the conversation is still fresh and it's still running. People forget stuff all the time. I'm guilty of it sometimes. Like if I'm ordering something, I just put it off. It's just not a priority for me. So don't take offense if someone just takes forever to sign up. Being consistent and checking in with them consistently. I can't tell you how many challengers I have who are like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I'm so sorry. Like, I know it's taken me 2 weeks to order this thing. Like, I promise I'll do it. Thank you so much for checking in and reminding me, because I would totally forget if you didn't. So that's when I know that following up does work, and eventually those challenge pack sales will come through, and therefore you will end up hitting Success Club successfully. So that's my tip on how to hit Success Club. Best of luck this month with Success Club. September is a really awesome month. So if you guys have any questions on sales tips or Success Club for me, let me know.